Hello. Good. You just made it in time. We're just about to go, actually. So this is the little wallaroo? Yes, yeah. Okay, we'll get Chris to have a look.
A worried young couple have just made a mercy dash to the Bondi Clinic.
Her mother had been hit by a car on the side of the road and we could see Heidi kicking around inside, so got her out of the pouch and brought her home. I guess I've just been worried since yesterday when she started having the runs.
Stressing quite a bit last night.
I know. We hardly slept. We're up all night on the internet looking at every possible disease they can get.
So it's a greeny brown diarrhea that she's having?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it right now, actually.
Oh, there we go. There's a good sample.
How lovely. It's quite mucousy, actually. Diarrhea seems like a pretty nondescript thing to have in a sick animal, but in a young animal like this, it dehydrates them very quickly, it takes away their electrolytes, and it can kill them very quickly.
Alert and active, the wallaroo looks to be in good condition.
Twists the head around and watches what I'm doing. See that? Do you mind? I'm trying to work down here.
But appearances can be dangerously deceptive.
So everything's a little bit upset, a little bit angry down there. The next tip is I'll take that sample we took earlier out the back and analyse it and just check there are no parasites in there.
Chris will now examine Heidi's sample to track down exactly what is threatening her life.
The thing about little wallaroos is they're small. They don't have many body reserves, and the most important nutrient of all is fluid. The moment they start to lose it through diarrhoea, you've got probably about a day and a half before that dehydration becomes so severe that it can actually kill them. We've got to act and we've got to act quickly. Yeah, this is what I suspected actually. It's an overgrowth of coccidia, which are little protozoal organisms. And you can actually see them, there's little dots here. Yeah, and there's millions of them, absolutely millions of them. So right now we've got to work out some medication for little Heidi, treat the coccidia, and basically stabilise that gut, because it looks like there might just be time, we'll have to see. So we'll just fill up that space underneath the skin.
The fluids and medication should fight off the double threat of dehydration and diarrhoea. But sadly, young wildlife can crash fast.
I mean, you guys have done very well to get her to this point.
Yeah.
But these coccidia have sensed that she's a little bit weak and they're taking their moment. And they're really trying to get the better of her right now. Because I would say another 24 hours and things would have got a little bit beyond the point of fixing it.
Okay.
Just rub it in. Oh, and look who she runs back to today.
I'm glad we didn't sit around and think about it for another day.
So to work out her age, we take her foot measurement, which was 150 millimetres.
Yep.
With her weight, which was 800 grams. And that gives us our age. All right.
About 5 months.
You're not far off. She's actually a bit older.
Okay.
So she's about 180 days, so about 6 months.
It's hard to believe she's 6 months old and this tiny.
I know. Yeah, it is incredible. And just so fragile.
Yeah.
Put her back in the pouch there. As happy as I am with the level of care that Jodie has for little Heidi, she do the big somersault in? Yeah, she does. The alarm bells are ringing for me in a certain way as well, because there's going to come a time very soon where she has to say goodbye to Heidi, where Heidi has to move on to a wildlife carer. That's going to be so tough for her. Thanks, Jodie. See you, Heids. Good luck. Thank you. See you later.
Back at home, Heidi, the wallaroo, is improving rapidly.
We were worried, we didn't know what was going to happen. We were scared for her, and yeah, it's a relief now. We can relax again. Yeah, I was shocked when I heard how close it was. I didn't. 24 hours. I couldn't believe it. We were lucky.
In a few days, it'll be time for her to leave Jodie and Zach to go to a wildlife carer.
So I don't know what it is about her, but she's just so little and helpless, and it's a nice feeling.
Sarah, can we get 2 10ml syringes of warm saline, please? He's very cold, he's very dehydrated, and he just looks as though he's in a bit of shock as well.
At the Bondi Clinic, a heartbreaking emergency has just arrived. This tiny Joey was found on the side of a road with no mother in sight.
The leg muscle here. That's just going to try and give his system a bit of a kickstart. It's a cortisone-based drug, so it, I guess, improves the circulation, just gets everything revved up, because right now his system's just crashing.
Yeah, that's nice and warm.
Okay, great.
Mummy's milk.
If we go too fast, then that milk drips down the back of his throat and he's too weak really to close off his larynx, then that milk goes straight into his lungs, and if that happens, then it's going to be fatal. You just can't be impatient with them.
Leah from Sydney Wildlife rushed the baby eastern grey kangaroo into the clinic.
He hasn't been fed properly for 3 days, and normally in the pouch he'd be continuously getting nutrients, having warmth from his mother, so I don't think it's very good.
The family who first found the abandoned Joey fed him cow's milk for 3 days. They thought they were doing the right thing.
Cow's milk is really not suited to them at all. It's got lactose. Now, lactose is a sugar that kangaroos just can't digest. Another 12 hours? No chance. But it's just possible we've got him in time. It's going to be really tough though. I'd say what's happening is that the warm blood's actually just pooling in his body.
Yeah.
It's not getting right around.
Absolutely.
So a bit of a massage might actually help. Hey matey, wake up. Wake up.
A defenceless Joey found abandoned on the side of a road is fighting for survival at the Bondi Clinic.
I mean, it looks silly, but what that's doing is actually compressing the blood that's contained within his organs.
Okay.
And we're trying to circulate that right around. You can get a six-pack as well.
Doesn't seem to mind it, yeah, he will.
But he seems more responsive.
He is much more responsive, isn't he? He's sitting up
Do have
now.
ridiculously long legs, though. Have you noticed that? I think you do.
Aww. I'll have to think of a name for him.
He came in a beanie, and I think beanie somehow suits him. And also, beanies are very Australian too, and he is as Australian as they come. Little battler, little Aussie battler.
That got it.
Yes, now that's the ticket. Right on. Oh yeah. Double nods. Yeah, more of the good stuff.
Sugar rush.
There are some good signs, but Beanie is still critical. After a feed, Sarah wraps the little Roo back in his beanie for some much-needed sleep.
I'm impressed the way he's come through the first 6 hours, but really the next 24 hours decides whether he has a future. He's basically had to grow up before his time, and it's up to him and it's up to us to see if he can actually survive that. He's got the fight of his life right now. Come on, Beanie, let's go on it.
Chris is taking Beanie home so the abandoned Joey can get the constant attention he needs.
He's got the seat warmer on. Oh, it's pretty good for Beanie right now.
The sick Roo will need a bottle feed every 3 hours if he has any chance of surviving.
I think we might have got off to a very rocky start. Fresh. Feed and change time, come on. What I'm doing right now is actually just covering him in lanolin. It serves two purposes. One, it moisturises his skin, but also it provides a bit of insulation to him. Well done. Doesn't look the best, but still, well done. He just looks like some sort of alien with his long legs. It's been a real struggle, but I've managed to find the perfect drinking position for him, and he seems to prefer being quite upright. If you do squeeze his hand back, he seems to really enjoy that and actually start drinking quite feverishly. And you can see now he's drained that bottle. The man's got a thirst. You can hear these little squeaking sounds. But thankfully I've got his eyes covered so he can't see the monstrosity that has become his mother. Okay, Beanie. I know from past experience that even though I'm meant to be getting up every 3 or 4 hours, it's not like that. Yeah, up on high for you. You don't get up, feed them, go back to bed, then get up again 3 hours later. You get up, fingers crossed, go and check that they're still alive, feed them, then go back to bed, but then you don't sleep. And it's just that constant nagging doubt and nagging worry the whole way through the night that they're actually not going to make it through the night. He's really guzzling it down, big time.
It's 1 a.m. and Chris has woken up to give Beanie, the orphaned Joey, another feed. But this time, when Chris unwraps his little mate, there's no movement, no sound.
The hard thing is that when he first came in, he looked for all the world like he wasn't going to make it, and we beat that. Last night, for him to be drinking well and sitting up, and so you think in your back of your mind, hey, this one's going to make it. You know, this one will turn it all around, and then you get that shock, and that sucks. It really sucks. Spent the whole rest of the morning just analysing, was he too hot? Was he too cold? Did I give him too much milk, too little milk? Where did I go wrong?
No.
At the Bondi clinic, Chris breaks the sad news about Beanie.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't beat yourself up about it. Again, hindsight's a fine thing. We can only do what we did. We put him on heat, we fed him, we gave him lots of love as well, and that's just as important with these young animals. You can just do the best you can. Look, some you win, some you lose. And we found that a lot with wildlife. If you make it, it's great. If you don't, then, that's when we cry.
At the Australian Reptile Park, marsupial keeper Tim Faulkner has another difficult case for Chris.
All right, put her in there.
A 4-year-old Tasmanian devil with a seriously infected teat.
So we know when she had Joey's last year that it obviously wasn't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it did go down when the Joeys were weaned. Yeah. It did go down, and it come back up after that. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Black.
That teat itself is really ballooning out dramatically. Now, it's almost 10 times its normal size. It's red, it's inflamed, it's enlarged. Alarm bells are ringing.
The situation is even more critical because of Blackie's special status. A vicious disease called devil facial tumour has wiped out more than half the devils in Tasmania. Blackie was shipped to the mainland to ensure the species' survival.
Come on, Black, you're all right.
There, come on, girl. This species is on the brink of extinction, and without good breeders like Blackie around, that's the way it's heading. The problem is that that's not going to be functional.
Yeah, that's right. No Joey can attach to it.
Sadly, Blackie is now facing an altogether different, life-threatening disease.
There's a lot of things it could be. The one I'm really worried about, though, is cancer. It's very enlarged, it's very ugly, it's very inflamed, very red. That's how cancer looks. Keep it still, because you might jump here. We're looking to see what comes out of that syringe. If it's very firm, and if we get cells or tissue out of there, that's bad, because that implies that it's cancerous. If we get fluid, however, that's good news. It could be a cyst. It's very diagnostic and pretty simple and very quick. We'll have our answer very quickly.
At the Australian Reptile Park, Chris is about to discover what's wrong with Blackie, the Tasmanian devil.
Pass.
Fluid.
Good?
Yeah, it looks like a cyst.
Good news.
See how that's collapsed right down?
Yep. Quite a bit in there.
There is, and there's probably more to come too.
Oh, great. Relieved. I mean, cancer is a big word, and I had a lump in my throat for a minute there, but when I seen that fluid come out, and from what Chris had said, I was really happy, really happy.
This is what's actually in there. See how it's really watery?
Yeah.
The infection has been caused by a blocked milk gland.
Very awkward to hold it.
Yeah.
Chris is now attempting to draw out more fluid, but Blackie is becoming very distressed.
We're not going to have much longer in her. I'm getting harder and harder to hold her.
All right, we're almost done. You can see that when I squeeze that.
Come on, Black, you're all right.
There, come on, girl. The concern is, though, that when you've got fluid in a spot like that, it can very easily get infected.
Yeah.
And it could go from being a cyst to being basically an abscess.
The solution's easy, antibiotics. The hard part is giving a needle to a highly agitated devil.
Now, just to reduce the risk of...
Just watch it, because she will swing right around.
Okay, I'm fast, mate. I'm fast.
Yeah, she is too. The front's got canines and the back is scissor-like shearers, so, they'll take a finger in half. Just be ready for her to swing because she's pretty fired up. And they don't look like she's going to turn around, but she will very, very quickly.
Okay. Ready? Done.
Easy. She can go away?
Yeah, she can go.
Okay.
She can go.
Nearly over.
In she dives. The chances of her breeding again are dependent on how well that teat's going to function. But if we can keep that healthy, keep it clean, then she could be mum again. And for the species, that'd be fantastic news.